up and turkey night. And oh my gosh, if you're into dirt and racing, this place is epic. We have a very special guest on the line. We have Justin Garcia. Justin Garcia is a basketball player, played for Washington State, and has decided to get into motorsports. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
So you decided dirt karts out of all the different venues you could choose. What drew you to the dirt go-karts?
I've pretty much been driving go-karts for close to 10 years now, since I retired from playing due to injuries. Uh-huh. And drove on pavement for a good portion of that. And then when I took a small break, and when I came back, I wanted try something a little bit different. I've been watching races over there at Paris, pretty much since they opened the track, and decided to cross over to a dirt car.
Yeah. Now I'm sure everybody and their mother talks about this, the fact that you're 7 feet tall. Now, I've been racing karts since back in the day when they used to use chainsaw motors, okay? So I go way, 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 way back. Now, how did you have to have a kart chassis specially built for you, or did you find one with enough adjustments on that you'd fit?
Mine's it's a standard chassis with a 6-inch extension. That's when I was driving on pavement, that's as much of an extension they would allow me to have within the rules.
Oh.
So pretty much a stock chassis, just with a slight extension to the front.
Okay, well then, so how much do you weigh?
I'm about 295.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a... What class do you run in?
And on dirt, I'm running the F200s.
Oh, okay. I've never done dirt, and I've always done asphalt. I'm not a shift kart enthusiast. I'd rather have just a, centrifugal clutch or an oil clutch to, and so I can just drive and not worry about shifting. But I've always wanted to do the dirt, and I've never done it. Now, you did that experience Saturday up at Paris, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I brought my car down. I'm running with the SoCal Carters, and we had our 5th race of the year at the pass. Coach cut us a great track on the infield. Big shape, remind me a lot of Darlington. And we went out there, finished 3rd.
Excellent. 3rd. Wow. Interesting. Now, since we're talking about dirt kart, and I'm sure this whole experience is out of your own pocket, but is there room for advertisers? I mean, could somebody come up to you and say, hey, I'd like to help you with your race career and sponsor your go-kart? I mean, is that an opportunity?
Yeah, that is definitely an opportunity. Right now I have a couple, mostly out of pocket. I have a few sponsors, a lot of family chip in. My aunt and uncle back in Mississippi, they help out a lot. My whole family, they help with everything.
Sure.
My dad's he's been tuning my car since I got into it. But yeah, when I was running on pavement, we had both a friends and family sponsorship program where for $20 they give me $20, I'd put their name on the car.
All right.
Had a few local restaurants chip in. And yeah, so getting back into dirt after I took that break, definitely more than willing to take sponsorship.
Sure. What engine do you run in that class?
I'm running a Briggs & Stratton. It's pretty much stock. There's a few things we changed on it from a Briggs & Stratton Royal Formula. We changed the clutch and carburetor. Other than that, it's a pretty much stock Briggs & Stratton. A lot of the other competitors run a Yamaha World Formula or an F200.
Okay, all right, yeah, because I started out when Yamaha brought out the KT 100, so I think they moved that up to a 200 now.
Yeah, it's a 4-stroke. It's a 4-stroke. It's not
right.
The 2-stroke like the KT.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, and as long as you don't touch the carburetor, you'll probably get a whole season out of that motor, can't you?
Yeah, my engine builder is really great. Terry Nash at Hyper Engines put together a great engine for me. I have him check it between races, just make sure that I'm not going to blow it up or anything.
Right.
But other than that, it's a solid engine. Definitely a full season out of it. I got all last year.
Wow.
Every race out last year out of it, and it was still running strong at the end of the year.
How'd you do last year?
Last year I ended up 4th overall.
Wow. man, that's not bad at all. So this is your what, second season on the dirt?
Second season on dirt, correct.
You staying on the dirt? You got aspirations of doing something bigger, faster, more expensive?
I'd love to get into a stock car. Eventually up into a street stock, but realistically, and trying to be smart for a little bit, start into a factory.
Right. Well, you're going to find as you get older and look back on your career, you're going to find you had the most fun in a go-kart. I don't care what else you drive, you will still say you had the most fun in a cart for the least amount of money expended, really, when you come right down to it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. All the years I played, my fondest memories of playing were back when I was in high school playing with friends and family. And I can see that. I can see the correlation in driving. Sure,
without a shadow of a doubt. So the interesting thing about what year, that's what I wanted to ask. What year cart is it? Is it a new cart, or were you able to buy a used cart and upgrade it?
When I said 2006, so it has some years on it.
Yeah.
A little bit old for pavement, but it runs great on dirt.
That's what they say. They say that the old asphalt carts, once they retire off asphalt, because they really take a serious beating on asphalt, they make it phenomenal. Well, I don't know how long you've been karting, but have you ever heard of a Tony kart?
Yeah, I definitely familiar with Tony kart.
Well, Mark Maynard and I, he's sitting here. We went to Vegas with a Volvo experience we were on, and we went and stopped
We wanted to see Pawn Stars.
Yeah, we wanted to go see the Pawn Stars. And he had a full, complete Tony kart with the cart, the stand, the starter, and I don't know how many boxes of parts for $2,500.
That is,
dude.
Depending on the motor, that is a steal.
Dave was frantic. We were going to strap it on the top of the Volvo.
Brand new Volvo. I don't care. Strap it on the roof. $2,500. And I was trying not to let him know that they had no idea what they had. Because it ran. Oh, my God. It still gives me cold chills every time I think about it. But that's beside the point. So how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
34.
Okay, so you're still young. Yeah, you're still doing good. So you're not playing basketball. What are you doing? What are you doing otherwise?
I'm actually a musculoskeletal ultrasound tech.
Whoa. You got to come over here and see Mark Maynard. He needs all the help he can get.
I work on quite a few race car drivers come to my office and patch them up. It was just after I got injured playing basketball, it was a natural transition.
Sure.
Once I finally got smart enough to go back to school.
Yeah, where we heard that before. Hey, where are you based at? Where do you live?
I live in Mariloma, California.
How far away is that?
Outside of Riverside.
Oh, okay.
Outside of Riverside.
Well, because I always offer this to everybody that calls in on our show and it races at Paris Auto Speedway. If there's ever a time where you would like to come to San Diego, say on a Saturday, spend the night, and then get up early and come on my local television station, it's the #1 watched morning show in town, and the exposure is humongous. And then once you come on TV, then when you go to try to drum up advertising dollars, then you can legally say, hey, I can get you on KUSI TV if you sponsor me. Just like you can say that now because you've been on KCBQ radio. You can tell whoever, because you know as well as I do, you've been in basketball. I mean, nobody writes a check unless something's coming on the other side of it, And
exactly.
And I can give you exposure on the #1 watch TV station and the only motorsports show, the longest running one here in San Diego, and I'm happy to do it because it just helps you stay in your car, and who knows, you can even talk about your business.
I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely will take you up on that offer. My adopted brother lives down in San Diego.
Oh, perfect.
So that could work out perfect.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is I'm booked out till about into July and August, but Scott will give you Delosio. He'll give you all my contact information. You send me an email, and I would love to, and like I said, you could bring your crew down, bring your family, because that's really what it's all about. Because even though it's only a 3 or 4 minute segment, you'll get a copy of it. You can put it in your portfolio. You can save it for when you get old. It doesn't cost a darn thing. And I just do it because, especially for local drivers, I love to help as many of these local racers as I can, because the hardest thing to do, you can be the greatest driver in the world, but if nobody knows you can drive, then unless you have a very big checkbook, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, you just said it. It's all about exposure.
Yep.
And getting your name out there, and the local race clubs are a great way to do it.
Yep.
People like you, people like Scott DeLazio helped out a lot.
Yep.
And from a local driver, we appreciate it beyond words.
Yeah. Well, and that's what. Go ahead, Mark.
So, Justin, is there any carryover? How did basketball help you be a better driver, or is it just athleticism that helps you be a better driver?
Well, after years of playing ball, that drilled in competitiveness. I don't think I will ever get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been said that you have to hate losing more than you do winning, than you love winning, and I definitely hate losing. So that competitiveness is always there.
Yeah.
And as far as the physical crossover, just the hand-eye coordination was a huge help from day one.
I'll bet. Mark calls it red mist, is what he calls it, because it comes upon me periodically. And it is. If we're on a press event and we're on a racetrack and I'm doing fine till somebody either comes up behind me or I come up behind them, and then everything goes black and God only knows what happens afterwards.
He's going to come in first.
Because I'm going to get you. I am seriously going to get you. You are not going to beat me, and I am not going to let you. Oh, it's terrible. I don't know what. But, hey, I call it the Dale Earnhardt syndrome. It's just, and I'm happy to say that. But, no, and I'm not a young chicken, but I swear, if I was going to go to that event Saturday, but I knew not to go because I would end up with a cart. I guarantee it. If I strap myself in there, so I'm probably
we had the arrive and drive.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Well, so it would have been a perfect opportunity to strap in and catch the karting bug.
Yeah, I've already got the karting bug. In fact, if you came to my house right now from 1995, sitting on my top of my TV stand is 3 first place trophies from racing at a Mago racetrack up off of the 76, and those have been sitting there. And I look at them every single day. So you can't tell me I don't have the bug. And I would jump on that bug in a heartbeat if I could get away with it. Hey, man, I really appreciate you taking time out of your Father's Day to, whether you're a father or not, doesn't really make any difference because I know you got a dad. So we want to thank you very much, Justin, and get my information from Scott DeLazio, and let's get you on TV.
All right, I definitely will. Thank you for having me on, and thank you to all the fathers out there listening.
Yeah. All right, and you stay in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing throughout the season.
I will.
All right, buddy.
Right on, Justin.
All right, we're going to take a small break. That was Justin Garcia from the Washington State basketball team. 7 foot tall and
racing dirt carts.
Half inch off the ground. Yeehaw.